first thing we have to all remember, I've read enough books, watched enough online, read enough, as you know, I'm a Story Brand fan with Don Miller. He's just wonderful. People scan things nowadays. They don't sit there and study every little word. You may think the words are important, but I'll tell you, they're not. Not as important as you'd think. Mm-hmm. And we all want to make decisions quickly. So we go to a website and we first look. There's 4 things that happen when someone goes to a website. This is a fact. Mm-hmm. Number 1, what are you selling? Number 2, not always, but somewhat important there is how much. Mm-hmm. Number 3 and 4 are the most important. What's in it for me? And number 4, why should I choose you? Mm-hmm. If you can settle the what's in it for me and why should I choose you, you'll get the call and you'll get the business, at least have a shot at it.
Yeah.
Most website owners think that the more they talk about themselves, for instance, the better off they are. Mm-hmm. Nothing could be further from the truth. Even on an about page, like our about page, it's not about me, it's about helping you.
Absolutely.
And so the first thing is the tagline. And there it is. What do you do? Well, with USA Home Listings, it's more of a what I call a very bland product, but it works. But it says connecting movers with homeowners that just listed their homes. Now, if you were never in my industry, you'd say, oh, I kind of get that. And the second part was new and under contract listings, fresh daily with homeowners' names.
Right.
So within 2 sentences, you know what we do. Mm-hmm. Get started, click here, click here, click here. That's it. Just give them 3 options.
Yeah.
So part of it is what they call above the fold. So as you stare at your screen, without scrolling one bit, that's what's called above the fold. And it's important to have that message right there. And then in the background, to have an image that matches the success that the people will get if they use your service.
Right.
So why do you think I like happy, smiley faces with regular family people?
Yeah.
A stock photo is good, but if you can get a real one, oh my word.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say just print money, but people say, hey, I kind of like that guy. I just got sent, by the way, I promise not to veer off. I had a client call me and then he said, Greg, let me show you what I did for my postcard. I about lost it. I said, put that on the front of your website. What was his father? Mm. He just seemed like, you just look at the picture and go, well, you got to like that guy. Yeah. There's some people that have that look, right?
Yeah.
His dad just said, he was posing. Hopefully you remember this, but he was just posing with a field in the background. Yeah. And you're like, well, I trust him. Yeah. And I said, just put, I'll treat you like I do my own or something, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the point was, it was a very trusting picture, but it wasn't a picture of the truck. A lot of movers like to show their trucks, and some show trucks they shouldn't be showing.
Right.
And don't put in the U-Haul. Don't do that. No. Say, why should someone choose you? Which is the reason I always go back, and I'm going to give Don Miller again the credit for this. He's got a part of one of his tools, which I prominently talk about all the time, is called 5-Minute Marketing Makeover. Mm-hmm. And if you go to 5minutemarketingmakeover.com, whether you use the number 5 or just FIVE, mm-hmm. It'll give you a series of 3 emails that will change 3 5-minute videos, 15 minutes, and you're going to get a world-class education on why people choose and why they don't choose your product.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can hear that and we'll write it down in notes, but I'm telling you, it changed me forever. So that's where were we? I'm sorry, I got carried away here. Website. Tagline, good picture in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tagline, why should someone choose you?
Sometimes it's getting a little more simple and just something that's.
Well, 20,000 homes, people are going to always want to know the same thing. If I choose you, is this going to go right, pal? Because that's my number one concern. I had 500 phone calls this week from the bank and the mortgage people and the people that are beating me up on my price or beating us up on fixing the house. And the new house is being built. It's sinking. And it goes on forever. And then you walk in as a mover and they're stressed. They're up out of their mind. That's why a lot of movers will put a stress-free move. I mean, I see that a lot as a tagline, although it's kind of generic. I think you could twist it. Yeah. I mean, I think you could add to it by saying a stress-free move with no hidden charges, no surprise fees, and no nonsense on move day. That's our guarantee. That's what I would do if I put that in there. So somebody can steal that right now. But they're out of their minds, and then they're thinking, well, I don't know you. The only thing I've heard about moving is what? This could be the worst thing that we've ever done in our life. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that is. A few bad apples, right? Because most movers are pretty good. Mm-hmm. But there's this aura of movers being like, I don't know, these people that are nefarious characters that we're not sure of what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And your job is to relieve that. And your job is to relieve that in certain sentences without them even knowing that you're saying it, knowing that's relieving them, right? Which is part of the stop winging it game with me.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's fun.
So now, we get an opportunity to get on the phone with the customer. We've done our marketing. That's a goal of right? The goal of marketing is to be able to get an opportunity.
Number one, get
an opportunity. Now we're in an opportunity in the home.
Yeah.
Tell me about what would you be saying and doing right when you walk in the door? What's
got the answer? I've got the answer on this. Whether you're on the phone, whether you're in a home, the number one thing you can do to build value and to be trusted is why not ask them why they're moving? So I would do it this way. Thanks for having me. Hey, by the way, even on the phone, you can say, why are you moving? What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah.
And then off they go telling you there's about 6 or 7 reasons, and I can name them all.
Mm-hmm.
We're retiring. We're going near the grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say you're in a couple. We're moving up, going to better schools, getting a bigger house, or moving to a new location in Kansas City for a new job, whatever. And there's one that's not good as divorce, but there's a way to handle that. But for the first 6 are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever they say, you let them go because they're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
You say, thank you, congratulations, I'm happy for you. It's just 3 things. Or congratulations, that's awesome, I'm happy for you. Sounds like you're going where you should be.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did to set rapport was to say, well, I'm interested in you as a person. Why are you moving? What's going on with your family?
Yeah.
So I said, I want to be interested in your move, not be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show that I care, because nobody cares what you know. They want to know that you care.
Yeah.
And then right after that, I would say, well, let's go sit down. I take a lot of notes. And I do that because I don't want any surprises on move day. Neither do my guys. They'd come back on me. They wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can save you some, and let me see if I can show you ways to save some money and some time and aggravation.
Yeah.
So within 30 seconds, or however long it took them to talk, because they will go on. You'd be surprised. Some people go on for 5 minutes, tell you about everything about what they're doing, and you're not allowed to say one word.
Yep.
If they're saying they're moving to Hilton Head, that's been a dream of theirs all life, and they want to go on for 10 minutes, don't say it, just let it go.
Let it go. Yeah.
And then you say, I always doing a little bit of humor. The people were married I knew you could tell the husband and wife are there. They've been married for 50 years. So, I would interject, of course, a little maybe humor and say, I look at him and I look at her and I would say to her, hey, well, why him? You're still taking him after 40 some years. Is there a reason you're keeping him? And it cuts all the pressure off.
Yeah.
So when I was done, I was never selling, never.
Yeah.
And then I got people that said, you're a good salesman. I said, oh, don't say that. No. I'm going to be a consultant and actually help.
Yeah.
Not that it hurt me. I was just connected. That's all. It's about a connection.
Yeah.
And so I didn't treat people like they were my next paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start asking questions, have you had anybody else out? Okay. Are you packing? Are we packing? Well, and you start getting into without even sitting down first.
Yeah.
You basically said you don't care because you never asked them why they're moving. So the number one thing, why are you moving? What's going on? That's it.
Yeah.
I promise anybody in America hears this. I don't care what you sell. I got an interesting, by the way, and I promise this, I won't go off on this, but they came out to do our garage floors guy, nice guy. And he gave this presentation. It was kind of stapled together, but at least he gave a shot.
Yeah.
And we ended up going with him. And it was where you get your garage floors with that special epoxy coating and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's ridiculous to do that, but I did. Anyway, so I said, do me a favor. This young kid, I said, how long have you been sales? I just started. I said, do me a favor. On your next appointment, I want you to walk in. I know it seems odd to say this, but you're going to ask the next person, hey, why are you getting your floors done? Why do you want to get your floors done? What's going on? He called me an hour and a half later, 2 hours later. I won't forget it. This young kid. He says, Mr. Sheppard, it really worked. It worked. You know what the guy said? He says, I'm getting floors because I'm getting my wife a new car for her birthday. And there's no way I was going to bring that car to this nasty looking floor.
Wow.
And then he said to him, you're the first one ever even asked me why. Because why would you get a floor?
Yeah.
It is kind of weird. I mean, right? Like we got it because we painted the house and then went out to the garage and said, okay, fix all that. Okay, now I'm looking at my floors like, well, that looks dumb.
Yeah.
And resale value, part of it was resale. So when we sell someday, they're going to walk in and go, oh, this is beautiful. But the point was, he says, it worked. I said, it works for everybody because you cared about him. And he goes, I booked the job. I said, congratulations.
Is just caring about the person you're sitting.
Some of the things in life are the best things are free.
Yeah.
The best things are free. People want to buy from people they like and they trust. And they're certainly not going to buy from someone they don't. And I'll guarantee you this, they will pay a lot more for the one that they do.
Absolutely.
And they have no, or they'll come back and say, hey, Greg, your price is a little high, not a little bit, like a lot. Can you kind of meet me in the middle, Bubba? Can you come somewhere in between? You're like, of course. So, but you can get there because you treated them like someone who cared.
Yeah.
So I'd email a quote, and at the bottom, I'd always write something. I go out to my card. If there was one significant event in their life, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter whether the kid's got accepted into Stanford MBA school, or I don't know, getting the home of their dreams, or something that happened really good in their life.
Yeah.
Then in my email would be at the bottom, P.S. Congratulations, basically, on that event. You must be very happy and very proud, or whatever it may be, with a smiley face. And I'm telling you, it's just stuff like that that said, well, I like this guy, but it's funny, when I did that, I would get confirmation emails back, we're moving with you in like 5 minutes. I'd look at my watch, go, here it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we discussed it. You discussed it. You discussed it between your cracker and your first cup of soup. Or I don't know. You did it so quick. They get back so fast. You just sit there and laugh and go, oh my God, they were just waiting to say yes. Give me a reason to say yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's interesting. So there's another thing too, when you're walking into these homes that, you see on your list, these aren't people that are scraping by. I don't care where you are in the country. If you have $1 million plus home, you were qualified to get that, period. Yeah. Even 700, 800,000, whatever. You got there because you're smart. You're not stupid. So don't treat them any differently than that.
So true.
And so everybody just wants to be treated fairly, and they want to know that someone's going to be there for them. I don't care. It doesn't matter what profession, and nobody buys the cheapest thing. Oh, I never talked about price. I never talked about the other guy. My fence that I look out back, that he was not the cheap. In fact, he was about 12% higher, but I trusted him, worked out well. Painting, definitely not the cheapest in my house, but did the most phenomenal job, referred him to a lot of people. So I don't think everybody's, well, actually it's number 7. Price is actually number 7 on the list of 1 through 20 of why people buy. The price is actually number 7.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Gitomer, I talk about that. He's probably the greatest sales trainer in the world. Anybody gets his little red sales Bible book, it's $13. Just do one of his things and it'll change you.